You know, a wise man once said, you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a day. And if you teach a man how to work on old cars, he'll probably spend a majority of his time on Facebook Marketplace looking for that he doesn't need. And today, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be teaching our good friend, Mike Tornabene, AKA Dom Mazzetti, how to work on old cars utilizing the 2005 Escalade EXT that I purchased him a few episodes ago. Now, if you're unfamiliar with who Mike Tornabene or Dom Mazzetti is, here's a quick introduction.
Question! That! Time for answers!
It's your boy Dom.
You literally become a human boner right in front of our eyes. CrossFit is the meatspin.com of circuit training.
Hope you weren't drinking that, pussy.
And local Make-A-Wish charity case, Bradley Martin. For more tips on how to do this, watch every single video on my channel at least 3 times. Don't skip the ads and buy everything I tell you to.
Now, the best part about Mike is that he grew up living in Manhattan and like New Jersey, and he never really had to have a car until he was like 25 years old. So he's never had to suffer through the agonizing pain of slipping wrenches, busting knuckles, and working on some old heap of shit, and really having that genuine man experience. So today, he's gonna learn through a very vicious reward and punishment system. Let's begin. Here's the deal. Should you find yourself in a situation where you're buying a nearly 300,000 mile car, there's gonna be some very fundamental things you need to do.
Or receiving one when you didn't ask for it.
Yes. Now look, Mike is a man of many things, but he didn't grow up in a place where you needed to really turn wrenches because you didn't really have to have a car.
No.
So we're gonna teach you some fundamentals. It's like I'm gonna be your dad today.
Love that and hate that at the same time.
We're gonna do some fun stuff. I'm gonna teach you how to change your oil, and then there's a couple things that are wrong on this car.
A couple of things?
And then I'm gonna show you how to do those. There's gonna be a twist to it.
There's always a twist. This sounds like payback.
Yeah, it's a learning mechanism, right? Because you know what? We want you to memorize things. The best way to memorize or learn something is through fear.
Yeah.
So, reward and punishment system. Before we get into that, let's get into what's wrong on this. 1, this thing needs an oil change desperately. 2, it reeks of burning oil when you drive it sometimes. Now, what that is, really simple, valve cover gasket. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the valve cover gasket first, then we're gonna do the oil. Now here's the fun part. Here is where we learn your reward / punishment. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna be using one tool at a time. You're gonna learn how to not only remember what tool you need, but to put the tools back. Because putting tools back is one of the most important parts about working on cars, and it's the biggest pain in the ass when somebody else comes and works on their shit in your shop, house, garage, or wherever it is. Organization is key. If you grab the wrong tool, you gotta use the freedom funnel over here.
Okay. And that exchange seems appropriate. Beer every single time I grab the wrong tool.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, this is a GM. So there's like 3 socket sizes you'll need to use. I'm gonna run you through what you need first.
Okay.
But you only get once.
I only get one tutorial.
Yes.
And then I gotta run it.
Yes.
Okay.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, that's
Yep.
that's the
This
wrong.
is
That's,
the right one?
that's not a
Okay.
right tool. Neither's that.
Let's do it. I'm ready to work on some cars.
All right, let's go. Let's pop the hood. Look, the owner's manual and all that shit is gonna tell you, oh, disconnect the battery.
So wait, you're telling me there's an owner's manual to this?
Yeah, probably.
What is it written on a piece of wood?
It's a Cadillac. You know, it inspired your entire
This is
life.
actually my dream car for a long time.
So look, first up, we gotta get this plastic off.
I'm gonna say 10. I see a lot of memes from mechanics talking about how the 10 mil is always missing. So I feel like it's a common tool because it's always missing because you're using it, someone doesn't put it back. Probability wise, if I guess 10 mil,
Go get a 10 mil, okay? You're talking too much. Let's go. Now look, that's the wrong drawer.
Okay.
I'm not gonna dock you for that. It's also the wrong drawer. So here's the thing, your sockets are usually gonna be at the top, okay?
I didn't take a hard look at it.
It's always good to go with your gut. Use the tall. You don't need a 3/4 inch drive.
Well, my hand was on it.
No, wrong way.
What do you mean wrong way?
That's for this drive.
So I was right all along, dude.
Yeah, but you don't need that.
I don't need it, but it works, does it not?
It does.
Let's go check it out. Okay. Set me up for failure. I don't need it. Definitely doesn't fit.
Does it? Is it too big or too small?
It's too small.
Too small, huh?
You thought it was an 8, dude. You chug a beer. This guy
This-
over here,
hey,
is it
this-
a 10 or is it an 8? Dude, it's probably fucking neither.
Why don't you try to turn it with your hands, because it seems pretty loose. Yeah, I'm gonna give you this one,
I got
okay?
the tool for the job. Yeah, because otherwise you'd chug it with me.
We're off to a great start here. Oh, oh yeah. There you go. Now just yank that off. You can throw it on top of that box if you want. Oh, look at that. You put it back too. He remembered good. Let's ditch these plastics.
This whole thing right here?
Yeah, just rip it off.
Let's hold it onto it.
With another 10 mil, bud? So look, here, I'm gonna give you a pro tip here. On the small stuff, right, especially in tight spots, probably want to use a 1/4 inch drive. That's your little dinky guy, right? Your metrics up top, this is your deep well, right? Run one of those.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
I know that these bolts are metric.
How do you know that?
Somewhere around the lines of like late 90s, GM started transitioning to all metric bolts and stuff.
I feel like I wouldn't have known that off the jump.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not gonna dock you points for it.
Perfect.
All right, let's be a little faster here.
How do you get your hands in these little spots? Dude?
Well, you shove them.
No stranger to that.
Spit on the hand a little bit, you know.
God, dude, it's like a slippery as too.
Now see, it's slippery because it's leaking all that oil back there.
No, it's just my Italian skin.
Oh,
It's the tanning oil.
natural
that
tanning
my
oil.
body produces, yeah. I'm tan and I'm oily.
You know, righty tighty, lefty loosey, right?
No, dude, trust me, it's not easy.
I'm just making sure you're turning it the right
I
way.
am. It's like,
Not-
Go ahead, try it. Hot shot.
Give me that.
Yeah, it's a bitch, isn't it? Oh, that's a pro move. You didn't teach me that.
Yeah, so what you can do.
Yeah, you can spin it with your hands.
Yeah,
Okay, now I
spin
know.
it. See, I'm trying to practice for being a dad in the event that one day an illegitimate child of mine comes out of the woodwork.
The funny thing is, like something like this, you look at your kid and be like, how the f didn't you realize that, you idiot? It's so obvious.
You get it? Good. All right. There you go. Now, there you go. Look at that. Didn't even forcefully throw it across the shop.
I wanted to throw it, but I know
You may.
this is your new shop, and I wanted to respect it.
I appreciate that. He's putting the tool back. Look at that. He's putting the tool. Next step is we got to get through the wiring harness without destroying literally everything, right? Now, here's the thing. When you have an old vehicle, as it gets older, it gets crustier. And these little plastic connectors here, they like to break, right? So we got to get all this stuff off without destroying it. Now, we need to open these up. Now, there's a little trick to that. You can push them like this. You can, like you're doing a bra from the back.
Easy.
Okay. They all have this little snap clip, right? Yep. So you can get there with your... You can get it with your fingers, or you can get a small flathead screwdriver. Let's get a small flathead. All right, let's see what it is.
now see, I take extra time now because I can't grab the wrong one. There's only one. Oh, there's a tiny one right here.
Hey! Look at that. We're learning. All right, come on. I'll show you how to do it on this one, and then you can break all the rest of them. We want to get this little lock. So then you push it on this. Yeah. If you pulled it all the way out, just stick it in so you don't lose it. The injector ones, I don't want you to f up because this thing won't fucking move. Ow, it's so fucking hot. See how it just wants to come apart?
Yeah, it's just, you're like just shredding it.
Made in the USA, baby. Freedom funnel, let's go.
Haven't had a beer in a while, and this is just kind of nice. Like this beer specifically.
This is not a brand deal whatsoever. But if you want to reach out, Natty Light, I'm your guy. Okay, let's get back to work. I showed you how to pull the clips off without breaking them. Now it's on you, bud.
Okay, I'm gonna do this thing where I see if I can leave my beer in like the most precarious spots. See exactly what this is. All right, I forgot what I was doing.
You just yank that out.
Okay, see, that was intentional.
They're very brittle.
Ooh, look at that.
Nice, okay, we got one out. That beer's in a dangerous spot.
I'll take that.
Stay lubricated, you want to stay hydrated? How we doing? Okay. You still on the injectors?
Still on the injectors. It took you like 20 minutes to get the first one out.
Okay, let's do the coil packs now. So this is the master. We're gonna pretend I didn't do that.
This was the master.
So now that it doesn't have a securing clip, now you can just pull that straight off. There you go. And now you can take and you can get the coil pack harnesses off.
Sorry, what?
I feel like we need a time lapse of this, so I'm gonna utilize this awesome little 3-footed monster mount our boy Mark Boxer makes. You can actually get these at B&H Photo, by the way. Finally in the United States, they're super sick. Okay, you got that up?
Yeah.
Okay, so next, what we wanna do, let's have you consume that fully. Thank you.
I did nothing wrong. I'm doing everything amazingly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
exactly.
Put this back.
It's a reward now.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's hard to keep track.
Dude, you learn quick, man. I love this. So you're actually a good student. So now what we want to don't put your beer in a spot where you're gonna knock it over, okay?
I'm gonna make sure it's available.
So next we're gonna pull the spark plug wires off of the coils.
This, just pull
Yep.
it out, down? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Ooh, see it?
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah.
kind of nice. It's
gonna
like
teach-
pulling a butt plug out.
Nice.
Do you want to be monetized or no?
Nah, I mean, yeah, but it's okay. Can you not say butt plug on YouTube?
Butt plug.
Nobody's watching this anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna teach you a little trick here though. So
Okay.
when we go to put these back on, now this is something he's gotta remember. Anytime you're going to put a coil on, especially like you got an LS, so you always hear 2 clicks. And then See how it's 2 clicks? Well, that's how you know it's all the way on. If you don't hear 2 clicks, it ain't on.
Fully inserted.
Full insertion. Actually, you know what? You didn't even have to undo these. Now that I think about it. You did the main, so you can actually let's pop these back in. Oh, you didn't even do this one. America! Yeah.
Was there one more?
We're gonna pull off this.
The greatest heist of all time.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
This little bracket holding the coils on, right? Okay. So we can get to these bolts right here in the center. So what do you think that is?
Oh, bro.
It's a 10. Go grab a 10. Go grab a deep.
I was gonna say a 10. You
All right, deep well 10. You can use that one. You can use a bigger one too if you want. And then you need a deep well.
Oh, I thought that made it a deep well. Who took the 8? You missing an 8? It wasn't me. Who's running the shop?
One of these motherfuckers next door. You know what? Hold on. Come with me real quick. One of you motherfuckers go in my toolbox and steal my 8 mil?
Yeah, the only mechanic that steals shit is that motherfucker. I ain't gonna point no elbows, though. That guy.
Did you take my 8 mil deep well?
Maybe. I took it a while ago, but I put it back.
It is not back. It is the only thing missing.
Let me find it. It was like right here, but it's not here anymore. Oh,
What is that? Grim?
No, I
Hey, that's also mine, you f***ing Jesus. Hey, buddy. You know what? I'm taking your dog to.
don't think to take that guy.
We still need that 8 mil deep well.
Fair trade. We pulled off the greatest heist. I told you we would.
You know what? Got a wrench back, got a dog. Hey, no, it's our dog now. Yeah, he's cool. We would teach Mike how to work on cars.
I don't know.
How to ruin his life.
Yeah, why would you do that? He's your friend.
It's nice, right? Yeah, man, Epoxy Max. That's right, GoShield.com/Zach. Get yourself 20% off one of these floors. No, he's my dog now. I'll watch him. I'll take care of him. We ain't doing really any hard work over here. Ow, ow, ow. Hey, what you? Hey, don't know.
Where do you actually keep these?
In your ass. I'll just hold that. I'll be your bolt holder. You can always adjust your tool by adding an extension to it.
Yeah, I didn't need it. I'm strong.
Yeah, okay. Try popping it. No?
There's another one. You set me up, dude.
I didn't set you up.
You set me up.
Just got to give it a tug. Something you're familiar with. Hey, buddy, what the bro? Ah. You know what you did. Ooh, are you putting them back in the right spot?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to tell there's a missing 8. Oh, tell me I missed another one. I'd be tight as hell. I did. That feels like a beer, doesn't it?
That feels like a beer.
Screws.
I was going to say, the beauty of working on cars, you don't have to put all these back. You can probably put like 3 of them in.
Yeah, right. The beauty of working on cars is you do it as good as you want the car to be, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, now I think, unless there's another, which it feels like there is.
Oh, no, dude, you're taking the wrong thing off.
Well, you weren't here to supervise.
Oh, you f***ed up, kid. You're going to need a different tool.
I definitely need a different
Same
tool.
size, but what tool will you need?
A wrench.
Yeah, exactly. Can we get that? Thank you. Yeah, there you go.
It's a 10 again.
There you go. This box is organized, so you can find it. And that's the reason why. Always keep your box organized. Luckily, our friends at Boxo USA make those nice little inserts that keep everything where you want it to be. I went and bought us some brake cleaner. So the idea is you always want to use this in an enclosed space.
To huff it.
Yeah, essentially. Now, that's just more to clean it. Here, you can wipe some of the off of it. That if you really wanted to do something, you'd use penetrating oil, which, yeah, we don't have, so.
What, Astroglide?
This bolt is probably the only reason that this valve cover gasket has never been replaced by any previous owner of this car. Are you done yet? Jesus.
Dude, this thing is a bitch.
Welcome to working on cars.
I can get in there with a socket. I can get in there.
Let's see it go.
I'm willing to risk a beer for this. Back to where we were.
Yep.
The same tool for the job. Just gonna force it.
Yeah.
You need a wrench my ass.
Yeah, that's what's up. It worked. Hey, look at that. Pull her off. Feel the reward.
Oh yeah, it's rewarding as
Now, we could just set it over here in your pile of
things that need to go back into my car.
Mm-hmm. The next bolts you got to take off, right? Real simple.
Oh, look how grimy that is, but it's these guys here.
1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. That's it.
Those 8s?
Could be. I don't know.
Those feel smaller. They feel like 8s. I've had like 40 minutes doing this now, and I think I can.
Why don't you take the bolts off?
I popped them up.
All right, now pull that sucker off. Pull her up. And she's off. Okay, so we're going to bring that nasty heap of outside. Toss it in there. Cool. Look at the old brake clean bath. So this is what we're trying to replace.
That's where the leak is?
Yeah, so this is what's leaking. So we can just toss this heap. Make sure that mating surface is clean. Just clean this up, you know. I think it's about time for another 6 beers.
I think so too.
Hey, Mike.
What's up?
Go time, let's go.
How clean does this need to be?
Well, you know, you want to clean enough. We'll just clean the important parts. Yeah, it's good enough. Deep in that crack. Real deep in that crack.
It's not getting less sexual the more you talk about it.
Look how nice this looks. Nice and clean here, so we have like a better surface. Now, this isn't perfect, but it's, you know.
It'll do.
Yeah. This is disgusting. Oh. All right, we're going to call this good enough.
Yeah, it's definitely good
We're wasting
enough.
a lot of time on this here. I need a flathead.
What size?
Small one.
Small one.
Yep.
That's what he asked for.
We're going to pop these out, right? Because they're probably blown out.
Did I break it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Easy.
Perfect.
So just kind of clean the grime off them so we can... I hate to say it, but it works. Yeah, clean it off, spit on it, stick it through the hole, give it hell.
Lube it all up.
Here's our new gasket. Skitty side.
Into the crack.
Yep. Before we're gonna install that, we wanna make sure it's nice and clean. Boom. All right, let's put it back on. Here's the fun part. Finding the hole. Always easier for 2-man, but you wanna jiggle it around and you feel the hole.
Yeah, I got it.
My grandpa would say, you gotta put a little hair around that hole so you can find it.
Grandpa sounds like a cool dude.
He was rad. Both of them.
So they were gay?
No.
Super progressive, man.
My dad's dad and my mom's dad. Separate. Completely separate of each other. You dick. All right, get the right tool, put these things back in.
This is it. This is the tool I chose. I'm committed to this one. See that?
You flip it over the other way.
Flip your attitude.
Now we put the coils on. Here's what I would do. I would bench tighten them so you don't have to do it in the car.
Okay, these are 10s.
Look at this. See, this is what I love. Like, you're actually learning. Just tighten the bolts that are on there. We still got a whole ass oil change to do. The way physics works is you want to get the torque.
No, I got it. But we're bench tightening them, so you. See, I use that term, like I knew what it was because you said it in context clues. I was like, bench tightening, which means like you can just do it like however the you want.
Yeah.
I'm the best. Hire me for your next job.
Here's the beauty about working on old cars you don't really care about. You missing a bolt? Yeah, for the most part, it doesn't matter.
What?
You didn't put the screwdriver back.
It was in
Beer time, let's go!
So I'm gonna put this back now. See? Wrong drawer.
Now look at this, kids. Learning how to do shyster moves.
Why do 9 when you can do 3?
It's not really that shit. It's gonna stay on. It's not like this thing's gonna get jumped.
No, right? We would never do that.
No, never. This is where it all comes down. Can you remember what goes where? In what hole? We'll see when we try to fire it up, won't we?
There we will.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, just shove it in there. All right, well, we are done. You have installed a valve cover gasket and everything seems to be back together.
I am a genius.
Let's do the oil change. We're gonna get this thing on the lift. We're gonna get up and you get to go under a car for the first time.
All right.
By the way, it's so nice having a lift. Pull out, Mike.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. Now see how this gross oil and a lot of oil on this side. Oh, so we didn't change this valve cover gasket, but that's the one that's leaking.
We changed the wrong one?
Well, there's 2. You gotta change both of them usually.
Love that.
But you know what? This is a great learning experience. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're changing the oil and filter, right? You always do both at the same time. You ever done this before, by the way?
Once.
Oh, cool.
Don't remember any of it. Not a one.
You pull the oil pan drain plug, let that motherfucker drain, then you drain this shit, then we put the plug back in. What size bolt do you think that is?
15.
All right, let's go try.
I'm a genius.
Obviously, we want somewhere to drain it, and luckily we've got this from Ranger.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Come on over here, let's look at something. So all GM drain plugs from like newer cars are typically magnetic, and then the reason is if there's metal floating around in the engine, like if it's deteriorating, you know. So you see this big blob on the end?
Yep.
That's all metallic, right? See how it's sludge?
Yeah.
Right? You don't want that. We're not gonna do anything about it here because, well,
Why would we?
yeah, exactly. Now, the fun part, getting the oil filter off.
Am I looking?
The blue thing.
And I'm assuming by hand you turn
Yep.
that and screw it off.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna put this away. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Fun fact, okay, there's a couple ways you can do this, right? Like, let's say if you can't grip onto that, you got just an absolute pussy forearm, right?
Go ahead, you do it.
No. So there's two ways you can do this. One, you can use this tool, or B, you can do it the old school way, which we're gonna learn. What you're gonna do is take this, and you know what, just for grins,
Ooh, a
let's get a
mallet.
big ass hammer.
I like this.
Okay, you wanna get this all the way through so you can just crank
Oh, so you want to puncture it?
it. See if you can go through both sides. Hit it like a man.
Oh, there's not a whole lot of room, dog.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, now you're in the block. All right, stop. Crank that and see if you can turn it. There it is.
Go.
Now, see if you jiggle it and you just gape it out a little bit. Get it by hand.
It's covered in oil.
Squeeze it like you mean
Oh,
it.
I'm telling you.
All right, well, here. Put another hole in it. I was going to say, what you could do is the next case is if you can't get to the angle, you sawzall the exhaust off. Pull it up. Give me that. Now get that filter off. Just grab it. Yeah. Stick your thumb through the shrapnel. There you go. It is now time to reinsert. And let's get a tool to tighten that. Uh-oh. Did you notice?
What?
How many tools do you have out right now?
I gave you the things to put away.
Oh,
I did.
you didn't put them away, though.
Oh, that's
It's beer time, baby! Wrong drawer, another beer. Why is there a missing screwdriver over there?
that ain't me.
Yeah, somebody stole my shit again. Check it out.
All right.
Oil filter, right?
Yeah.
Super important. You don't just put it on. I mean, you could if you don't give.
You put a screwdriver through it first.
Yeah, you put a screwdriver through it first. You always want to prime the filter with oil. Now, we got some of this Valvoline high mileage because there's like 1 billion miles on this thing. You don't want a dry spot. Nobody likes going in dry, okay? And then you want to lubricate the rim here, right? So the little O-ring.
Would you recommend using your fingers or your tongue?
Whatever's clever, man.
Whatever gets it wet.
Yeah. You take that over there and screw it in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't pour it out. You're like a 3-year-old like walking around with an open cup. I've had like 8 beers.
The fact of the matter is, I'm pretty drunk right now.
I'm cross-threading it.
The cross thread is the tightest thread, technically. Not gonna lie though, I feel like we should get another one of these and then just go have like do like a road trip.
Beautiful.
Cool, set her down. Do you think your neighbors would hate you if you put wheels on this?
My neighbors already hate me, dude. There's nothing we can do that makes it worse.
Would you hate it in front of your house with some really ridiculous wheels?
I would love it way more.
Cool, let's put some oil in it. Just because it's funny, I found this old timey funnel. You should bong a beer out of that afterwards.
Thank you.
Keep that in there because here's the thing. You always want to look up the amount of oil your vehicle takes. This takes 6 quarts.
How many is this?
It's 5. So now we get to do math like it's Die Hard 3.
Take the 3-gallon jug, you fill that a third of the way up. No, he said be precise. Exactly 4 gallons. Shit!
That scene always stressed me out.
I would have bought more oil, but it was like, eh. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do a blend. Now I like to run Valvoline VR1 2050 and, well, basically all the stuff that goes fast because there's a high zinc content. What we're gonna do, you probably shouldn't do, but we're gonna do it anyway. Now we're gonna add a little bit thicker. So this is like molasses basically, right?
Okay.
This engine has a lot of miles. Inevitably, there's a lot of loose. It's like pretty blown out. A lot of innuendo in this episode.
Yeah, so we need something thicker.
Exactly.
Got it.
I can't tell what that is. There's like 1.5 quarts in here.
So we need to do
Almost all of it. See how much thicker that is?
so much thicker.
Yeah, a lot of girth to that. Now, stop. Damn, I think you got it right on the nose, bro.
I know. I'm kind of great like that.
Yeah, nice. So I think you're good. Shake it off, yep. Pull out, wipe it on the curtains, and move on. Put the cap on though, you're gonna need that. Now this is great. So we still have an oil leak, but we got new oil in it, so now that new oil can find its way out to the ground.
Yeah.
But you learned it, so now you can actually do this on this side yourself.
I can.
There we go. Mike doing things with trucks. You know what we should do? Since we're too drunk to drive ourselves, we should go down to Blake and Val's and try to get them to rip some shit in their NASCAR.
Yeah, let's do that. Sounds great.
Also, Blake. Hey. What's up? Hey man, can we scumbag you into doing something fun?
Yeah, you need a designated driver.
How can you tell? No. Does this run?
Let's find out.
Do you want to do a burnout?
I'll do a burnout.
You down? Sure. That was way too easy. I couldn't have planned that better. When you're always ready, you never have to get ready.
My batteries are always charged. I hope I wasn't lying when you checked.
And there you have it. Mike learned something. Let's go for a ride in Fairlane. It's a good day. Education at its finest. We'll see you on the next one when we jump this thing and break it in half.